what are the recipes that I use for my own personal breakfast. Right now, I've got my breakfast juice. Why would I take that? So, very simple. You're starting the day off with all of the nutrition the body needs. It's like a foundation of health insurance. If you do not make time for health, guys, you will have to make time for illness. Breakfast juice time. A lot of people ask me, what are the recipes that I use for my own personal breakfast? And again, there's thousands of recipes out there. I highly recommend you download Jason Vale's app, either the 7 pounds in 7 days, which is a great starting point, or if you want to go for it, the 28-day juice plan. And he's got so many recipes on there. They're all delicious and they all do great things. But for me personally, we all have a preference. I thought I'd share it. And it's pretty simple. I've got carrot, apple, celery, beet, ginger, half a lemon. And what I do is I juice that through my trusty juicer here, but then I blend it. I fortify it in the blender with a load of other stuff. And I'm going to show you what I do with that. So for a start, let's get rid of, turn all of this into some juice. And again, people say, why do you juice? Why do you blend? Well, think about it. Your body is a juicer and a blender. Right? You have a blender here called teeth, and you have a juice extractor here called a digestive system. That's what your body does. So if you were to take an apple, right, and let's just say that has 100 units of energy, let's just call it that. If you were to eat that, you put it in the blender, right, and then you put it into the juicer, and your body will extract from those fibers the nutrients and the live juice and everything else it'll take in, but it'll use about 30% or 30 units of that energy in order to actually activate the digestive process. And it obviously takes time. Whereas if you take the work out of the blender and out of the juicer of the body and do it mechanically and then drink it, you're getting 100 units of energy straight in. Does this make sense? So people say, oh, well, what about fiber? What about sugar? Go listen to Jason on that. I'm not even going to get started on there. If you've not seen Super Juice Me, the documentary that he's done on YouTube, it's free. It's self-education. It's a must. Give up Netflix for a night. Go watch it. I promise you. Health is something that is non-negotiable. If you do not make time for health, guys, you will have to make time for illness. Are you hearing me? The challenge is with health that most people don't oil the garden gate until it starts squeaking, and for some people, at that point, the rust is too much. So, what am I doing? Back to breakfast juice. Here we go, because I'm getting hungry. Let's whack this through now, nice and easy. We have apple, carrot, celery, beet, ginger, half a lemon. There we go. That didn't take a lot, did it? Look at that gorgeous color with that beet coming out of there. Now, as ever, I'm going to have my little dig about this kind of juicer that doesn't have a drip stop. Sage, you listening? And I'm going to therefore try and catch that. Almost did, under there. I'm going to take this beautiful juice. I'm going to whack it into my blender. Now, a little note on blenders. You probably saw me do a video recently when I was in Tenerife where I couldn't take the blender with me that I normally take. Because of luggage restrictions. So you land at the airport, I invest 20-30 euros in a supermarket blender, and that does all my smoothies for the week. Now, that kind of blender isn't going to be good enough for what I'm about to show you. If you're having a blender at home that you're going to be using every single day, you're going to need to invest in a decent blender if you're about to do what I'm going to show you. Now, the two primary brands that have been stalwarts for years are Vitamix and Blendtec. Now, I've got a Vitamix, I've got a Blendtec, I use them both, but I also got this one. Again, it's Sage, right? I love the name. It's not literally because I love the name. They're actually a very good brand. It's essentially Breville's high-end brand called Sage and backed by Heston Blumenthal. If you haven't seen Heston, he's amazing. Part chef, part scientist, total genius. So I'm going to put the juice in there. What am I going to whack in? Well, I'm going to whack in frozen avocados. Yes, do you remember I said when I bought these at the market? Scoop them out, freeze them, last forever, genius, easy, whack it in there, whack it in there. Now, the reason you need a high quality blender is you're going to need something with 1 or 2 horsepower and some strong blades to be able to chop through the frozen avos. And then we've got frozen bananas. Now, parents, listen to me. If you've got frozen bananas and you've got a slow juice or a masticating juice, you can make banana ice cream just by putting in frozen bananas. Kids love it. But for these, peel them first, please, and whack them in. I've got a couple of bananas, avos in there with the juice. Now you may want to fortify it with something else. I also add flax oil. Flax oil is great, essential fatty acid, high in omega-3. Now you may wonder why there's a picture of a horse on the bottle. Let me explain. I do have a stables, but I don't have horses. But the reason I buy this is because if you go to a health food store know that they can charge a premium because people freak out about health, and the health nuts usually are prepared to pay more and think that paying more equals being better for you. Well, if you go to the Equestrian Society, they will know that flax oil is a huge part of maintaining health of horses. But horses take a lot more than humans. So a horse owner is not going to go to a GNC, Holland & Barrett, or what have you, and spend $15 on 500 milliliters of cold pressed flax oil, because they're smarter than that. So jump onto online, go onto eBay. I buy, now this is 5 liters of flax oil for like 25, 30 quid, something like that. Why wouldn't you do it? Cold pressed, yeah, 100%. And for me, it's exactly the same. I give it to me, I give it to my partner, I give it to my dogs, and I'm just going to whack in probably about, I'm guessing that's somewhere around about 15 mil. Yeah, so I might whack a smidge more in. Now, if you remember on the video I did in Tenerife, I explained that if you put too much oil in, you may get a liver response, a kickback from the liver, because the liver is not designed to process, or it's designed to process only a certain amount of oil. If it hits its limit, it doesn't want to waste the oil, it doesn't want you to drink it and not be able to deal with it and pass it through, so it kicks back a nauseous response to say, oi, dummy, stop, time out, and it makes you feel sick like you don't want anything else. It lasts for about an hour. If I was to put in 75 mil, instead of like, I just did 25, I would most likely trigger a liver response and feel sick for about an hour. All it is the body saying, hey, slow down, I really want to process this, but I can't do it all in one go. So if you do feel sick, cut back on the oil as a first tip. Don't think that, oh my God, I'm allergic to juice, I must go back to Pop-Tarts and cereal, because that's a no-no. What we're going to do now is I'm also going to whack in some powder. I am a huge, huge fan of hemp when it comes to protein. Natural plant-based protein will hands down beat things like dairy-based protein, like whey. Don't do whey, guys, just don't do it. Or casein, again, look at the studies on casein and cancer. But hemp is nature's superfood. It is beautiful. Now, I like it. I'm using here something from Supplements Wise. It's a great protein powder. It's 90% pure hemp and 10% superfood mix. You've got some crazy, wonderful stuff in here, like acerola cherry, one of the highest formats of vitamin C that you can get, way better than ascorbic acid. Acai, you've got blackcurrant, celery seed, chlorella, spirulina, spinach, dandelion, Montgomery chili, parsley. Parsley goes well with the sage. It's all good. So anyway, I'm going to take a scoop of that. I'm going to whack it in. Yeah, again, this is art, not science, guys. All right, but yeah, Supplement Wise, good company. Check them out. Yeah, Hemp Protein Plus. It's a winner. Whack it on here. And then I'm going to whack it on 60 seconds, and with the magic of time lapse, we might just be able to make it faster than 60 seconds for you guys. Let's go. Okay, and there we go. This is done. Now, again, you need like a minute to really allow the blades to chop through that avocado and really blend everything together. And you can see I'm getting excited about this as well. This is my breakfast coming up. Now, if you take a look at this, we have, oh, how's that for a smoothie? Smooth being the operative word. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen. You will not find that recipe in many juice bars or health food stores, and usually at no extra charge you get a free red moustache. Fabulous. Okay, so right now I've got my breakfast juice. Why would I take that? So, very simple. You're starting the day off with all of the nutrition the body needs. It's like a foundation of health insurance. Let's say, for example, in a LSD-induced fit of health insanity, I decided to run out now and eat Domino's pizzas and Haagen-Dazs. Well, at least I've got my foundation. And by the way, FYI, I'm not going to do that. But if in some parallel universe that was to happen, at least I've got my health insurance. It's in the body's happy, the cells are dancing, they're doing a party dance, and everything is good. So on that note, go enjoy your breakfast juice. Get into this, guys. You can't substitute good health. You're making $1 million a week in your business, but you can't get out of bed. Yeah, you don't have the energy to make love to your partner. You can't walk down the street and play football with your kids. Yeah, you don't have that vibrancy to be able to be alive. I teach a week-long retreat where we go into this in so much detail at levels of energy and spirituality and quantum physics and physicality. My health retreat for the masters, but it all has to come from a place of authenticity, right? I do this because I live it, because I love it. You give it a try. I'm sure you will too. Cheers.